everyone. Thank you for joining in tonight. This is Yusuf once again. Let me go and flip the screen real quick. Tracy, how you doing? All right, folks, how are y'all doing tonight? All right, let's see who's coming in. Hey, Janice, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mary, welcome back. Rusty, what's going on? Thanks for joining tonight. Thank you. Hey, what's going on? Where is Joanne? Where is everyone? This scope was based on a request. Hopefully, it shouldn't take that long because I'm going to start a couple of series. Tony, what's going on? Joe, thank you for joining. Make it like a basic. We're going to start with the basic series and see if you guys like it. Then we'll continue with other stuff later on. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Cool. Ashley, thank you for joining. All right, so basically the topic is number one. I mean, it's a part one of, what is a keyword research, and this is mostly done for your websites or for your search and optimization and whatnot. So let me ask everyone right now, how many of you in this room, thank you for the heart, I appreciate it. Joanne, good to see you. Sorry. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Luis. Okay? So here's the thing. How many of you actually right now did a keyword research? So if you did, press type 1. If you didn't, type number 2. There you go. Janice did a keyword research. And if you didn't, type number 2. And if you did, number 1, please. Just want to figure out how many actually did it. Oh, your post sucks. We'll check it. Okay, cool. So Joanne says she didn't do it. Film and Ashley. So basically the question is, if you did a keyword research, press 1, and if you didn't, press 2. Arlene, okay, so you didn't. Joanne, you didn't. Janice, you said you did. Ashley, welcome back. I hope you're not having any. Are you all having any connection problem tonight? Are there any issue with the connections? No problem with the connections. Okay. Are we supposed to research the keyword? Well, it's a part 1. I'm going to show you just the basic. I want you all to understand the basic first, then we can go to the different strategies and what's up, okay? Different strategies and whatnot. But we got to keep it basic because that's what Michael, what's going on, man? That's what yesterday people asked me that they want to know what's a keyword research. So I want to ask right now, how many of you actually did the keyword research and how many didn't? I can see Janice, she did it, but it looks like most of you didn't. Now, before we even start with the keyword research, can somebody tell me what is a keyword research? If you know, press 1. If you don't, press number 2. Because we need to understand what is this concept first before we move forward. Do you all agree? You update the kids on my site? Awesome, Joanne. Cool. Excuse me. Thanks, Michael. Okay. So there you go, Michael. So he doesn't know what does keyword research mean. So basically, understand this. The concept of keyword research basically is the concept of keyword research basically is that you basically it's a practice that you're trying to do some research to find out what kind of search terms your customers, your target market are searching in the search engine, which is Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Okay, so that's what keyword research is. It's a practice. It's a technique. Aren't they a keyword plugged from the blog post? I'm not sure what you have. Cool. Oh, no problem. You're welcome, Michael. So the idea, I want to keep things basic and move up, right? So first we have to understand what is a keyword first. Keyword, basically us going to Google typing, looking for stuff, right? So we type keyword like, Greek restaurants, best shoes, those are keyword. And sometimes we call it queries. So there's a 2 different things. We'll go back to that later. Now, keyword research, understand this. I want to make sure that everyone understood in this room. Keyword research basically means what? It means it's a practice to it's a practice to find or research search terms in the search engine by the users. Does that make sense? Was that simple to understand? It's a practice of doing some research to find out what are the search terms that users, your customers, your target market are actually searching for. Okay? If that made sense to you, Ian, he just came in right now. If that made sense to you, give me number 1. If it didn't, give me number 2 so I can clarify it again. Oh, 1 minute workout? Okay. Thank you for 1 minute workout. That's hilarious. Sabrina, thank you for joining. Okay, so now awesome. So now you all understood what does keyword research mean? Beautiful. So in order to do keyword research, what do we need? If you know the answer, press number 1. If you don't know the answer, press number 2. Okay? We were talking about, what is a keyword research? Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. So we basically explained, So we basically explained keyword are the search term that we actually, hey, what's going on? Let's see. Sky, good to see you. Okay? So the keyword is basically the search term that we actually, go to Google, like Bing and Yahoo, Google search. But the concept of keyword research, it means what? It's a practice. It's a research of search terms, okay, that's done by users on the search engine, which are Google, Bing, and Yahoo, okay? So that's what keyword research means. And why do we do that? Can someone tell me why do you have to do keyword research? There has to be a reason, right? Like, why should I do that? Why should we do keyword research? Can somebody tell me? If you know the answer, give me 1. If you don't know the answer, give me number 2. I shall wait. Why do we keyword research? If you know, number 1. If you don't know, number 2. Okay. Traffic. So you answer trust. So we know what people search the most. Good. So we know what people search the most. 1 minute workout. You and the 1 minute workout, Ian. So we 1 more hits. There you go. Rise in the search engine. That's what we need to do it, or to get the traffic. Discoverability. I like that one too. Get people to your site. Beautiful. SEO. Num. Okay. Selling enormous octopus. Find out how many people are searching for a certain topic. Okay. Awesome. So now you all understand the definition. 100% you understand what does keyword research mean. Michael, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. And the benefit of keyword research, so we can find out what is selling the most and words used in our web coding. Okay, excellent. Beautiful. I want to make sure that before I move forward, everyone understand 100% before they get confused. So that's awesome. Now, that is cool. So, in order for us to do a keyword research, what do we need? Well, what not to bid on, lose money. We need tools, right? We need tools to do a keyword research, and there are many tools out there. Today I'm going to start with the basic. All my posts and pages are red or orange dot SEO rating. No problem, we'll take care of that. So there are so many tools out there. Some of them are free, like Google Keyword Planner, and there some of them are a paid version. But for now, let's master the basic. Ranking is it hard? Is something what keyword or best to rank for? Basic tool, Yusuf. Okay. Google AdWords, yes. Google AdWords or Google Keyword Planner. That is completely free. So I can show you how to use that basically. I want you to guys just understand the basic. Then later on in different scope, I will show you different tools to get you the best effective keyword. But for now, we just want to keep it basic. Cool. All right. So that's awesome. We know there are different tools out there. So you understood that part. Now, here's the thing. There are different types of keyword. Can somebody tell me how many different types of keyword out there you know? I know maybe Janice would know, but most of you that don't do keyword research probably is new for you. We'll definitely help with the green dot. So, there are different types of keyword out there that you have to focus on. The first one, the most popular one, they call it short tail keyword. Basically, it means general. I don't know why they come with these weird names, short tail, long tail, two tails. What the heck? Too many tails. Just a general keyword. Thank you for sharing, Mike. General keyword, that's the first one. And the example of the general keyword, like shoes, purses, bags, computers, doctors, those are too general. Does that make sense? So that's the first thing. Those are general keyword. Now, the one that you need to focus on, we as a business, you have to focus on key phrases, or keywords that are more than 2 to 3 words in the sentence. So for instance, affordable women's shoe online, or affordable women's shoe, okay? Like 3 to 4 words. They call that long tail keywords. That's what they call it, okay? And the difference is, in the general, when you do a search for, let's say, computer, PC, purses, the volume of the search is too high, okay? The volume of the searches is too high. Now, if you search for a small term, low volume, like 3 to 4 words, the volume could be, the search volume could be low, but the conversion could be higher. Does that make sense? So if there's a keyword that has a huge search volume, that means there's a less chance for you to get conversion versus a less volume, that means you will have a high conversion. So for instance, let me do a quick test with you guys, okay? I want you all, I did this test yesterday. I want you all to look at this. Don't type anything. In fact, you can type, but don't hit send yet, okay? If you see what is this, okay, what is it? Okay, if you see what is this, okay, I want you to type, but do not hit send yet. I'm going to count to 3. Then you're going to tell me what is this, okay? So we can see how many different answers we have, okay? Ready? So here we go. I'm going to count to 3, and I want all of you to hit send or whatever. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what kind of answer we see. Okay. Flash drive, USB storage, flash drive, USB 1 GB drive. Hello Timmy, how are you? Thank you for joining. Sorry about that, Bridget. Thumb drive. You see? Too many different answers for one thing. So the keyword could be a flash drive, but the queries, the search queries could be different. It could be a flash drive, memory stick, thumb drive. Does that make sense? So that basically means when you do your research, you have to find out, okay, what else might customer look for besides that one particular thing that I think they're looking for. Do you see what I'm saying? So never think from your point of view, 1 GB minute workout. So don't think from your point of view because you're a chiropractor. Oh, I'm sure my customer going to type chiropractor. No, they could be probably looking for something else, like, how to kill back shoulder pain, So that's one idea, that there could be a variety of key phrases or queries that your customer is looking for. So you have to take those into consideration. Does that make sense? So we talked about the first one is too general. The second one that you need to focus on is called the long tail, or more than 3 to 4 words. Now, there's another one called navigational keyword. So navigational keyword, basically what it is. So somebody is going to Google and typing Nikon or Canon or Apple because they want to go to those websites to navigate. So this keyword is not going to work for you because it's not meant for somebody to buy from you. Does that make sense? It's called navigational keyword. The second one, and this is where most of the bloggers use, it's called informational keyword. So what is an informational keyword? Something like landscaping photography tips, landscape photography. These are informational. That means whoever's looking for it, they're not looking for it to buy. They're looking for it to learn. Does that make sense? So if you have an e-commerce website, or if you want to sell something online or on your website, you have to make sure that you're picking up keywords that can convert. Because, for instance, if I type affordable white iPad, that's kind of close for somebody who want to buy it. Or buying best affordable iPad online. That could mean somebody wants to buy it. If they find my site, they'll definitely buy it. Does that make sense? So that's the last one. And people don't really look into this. When they do the keyword research, they tend to forget what's the general, right? What's the informational, what's the navigational, what's the general, what's the long tail, and they don't look for transactional keyword. So what is a transactional keyword? So transactional keyword is like, for instance, buy textbook online, okay? Online clothes shopping, or shopping clothes online. So these keyword basically means what? Means somebody wants to buy clothes online. So if they find your website that sells those shoes, they're gonna buy from you. So does that make sense? How keyword works right now? So if you all understood this, if it's so clear to you the difference in the types of keyword, give me number 1. If it doesn't make any sense, I'll repeat it for you. Give me number 2. Yes, transactional keyword means buy, online, affordable, cheap. Excellent. 1 minute workout. You're not gonna stop doing that, Ian, right? So that's where you have to understand the difference. Awesome. This is so good. So that's where you all have to understand the difference between the general, the long tail, transactional, informational, navigational, and I guess that's it, right? Okay, cool. Because the keyword that has more than 2 to 3 words, they actually convert the most. Okay. Now, let's say you went to these tools, like you went to Google Keyword Planner, and you did a couple of research, and let's assume you got like a bunch of key phrases and keywords that you want to use it for your website. Okay. So when that happens, after you do the keyword research, let's say you typed just answering your 1 and 2 question and happen to all start with 1 minute workout. Okay. So let's say you did a keyword research and you find out 800 key phrases that Google gave you, and out of 800 you went through all of them and you basically kept let's say 300, and all these 300 are relevant, are exactly to your fits your product and services, and you got 300 of them. So what's going to happen right now? Are you guys having an issue with the connection? Let me know, because so I don't have to move too much. Let me know if you're all having an issue with the connections. Connection problem. Oh my God. Out of 800 keywords, and it may be relevant, then connection is okay. Cool. All right, because I've seen people like going back and forth. Sorry about that. Okay. So once you do the keyword research, welcome back, Janice. Once you do the keyword research, let's say out of the 800, you got 200 or 300 left, and you only have 5 pages on the website. So what are you going to do? If you only have 5 pages on your website, what are you going to do with the 300 keywords? Can somebody give me that answer? Time to think. Sorry about that, Demi, that you're having a connection problem. Sorry about that. And it looks like John is also having a connection problem too. Wow, everyone's having a connection problem tonight. If you only have 5 pages on website, what will you do with the 300 keywords? Call Yusuf. Yes, and my phone number is 210-316-3123. Call me now. Yeah, switch devices? Awesome. So, what I basically mentioned a few minutes ago, if you did the keyword research and you ended up getting, let's say, 800, and out of the 800, you basically, researched all of them and you got 300 left out of the 800. Okay? So now you have 300 keywords, key phrases, but you only have 5 pages on your website. So what are you going to do with all the 300? Something to think about this. Think, right? So what are you going to do with those 300? Are you going to play balls with them, or are you going to throw on the wall? Okay. So here's the question. You did your research and you found out of so many you have 300, but you only have 5 pages on the website. So what are you going to do with those 300? Narrow it down more depending on what your site is for. You're close, but it's still all those 300 are relevant. They are relevant to your service. They are relevant to your topic also for different things. Right? What's going on, Rusty? Thank you for joining back. So you have 300 keywords and you only have 5 pages. What are you going to do? If pages for conversion, use transactional ones. Good point. Bridget says use all the 300. How can you, Bridget? How would you do that? You only have 5 pages. Each page has a 300 word, right? Maximum. But how can you put all the 300 keywords? It's not going to work. It's going to be a website with a bunch of keywords, right? So what are you going to do? I mean, you were partially correct, Bridget. You're partially correct, but there's no way for you to use the 300 keywords in 5 pages. So how do we get 300 keywords? Well, basically what I said, if you did a research, through tools like Google Keyword Planner, and Google gave you 800, and you went through all of them, and you found out the most relevant one to your product and services are 300. Okay, let's say you did that, and you're left with 300. So what are you going to do with those 300 when you only have 5 pages on the website? Right? So what are you going to do? Think about this. All those 300 are relevant. It could be informational, it could be transactional, it could be, general, but it's relevant to what you're doing. Right? So you have 5 pages, and you also have 300 key phrases or keyword. What are you going to do? Make more pages? Okay, that's kind of a good suggestion. Rank them according to competition. Good try. So we copy them from the planner. You can, because you have 5 pages and each page has 300 words. So how can you can just throw a keyword in the content, because that's going to look unnatural. Change wording or add content. Good try. Try again. Because if I have 5 pages, only 2 of them talks about the company and services. That's 600 words. How can I put all the keywords? It's going to be like weird content. So you guys need the answer? You guys want to know? Me, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. You all tried. Amazing. I'm so happy you all tried the answer. And that's great. Won't there be a keyword that are long or short tail? Okay, here's the answer. Y'all ready for the answer? Okay, here you go. If you have 5 pages, okay, and you have 300 relevant keywords, what you do, you pick top 5. You have 5 pages, you pick top 5 that are relevant. So if it's an about page, let's say I'm a dentist. Under the about page, I talk about dentistry in San Antonio, so I'm going to use that relevant keyword under the about page. Under the service page, I'm going to pick another relevant keyword on the service page. Does that make sense? So you pick top 5 out of the 300 as an example. Because remember, when we talked about the SEO yesterday, didn't we talk about the title tag? The keyword in the title tag, the keyword in the meta tag, the keyword in the link, the keyword in the content. Didn't I talk about that yesterday? So what's going to happen, you have to implement the same thing. You can't have 300 in the whole title tag. So you pick top 5 out of 300, okay? Now here's a question number 2 for you folks. Think again. So you took the top 5 from the 300 and you put them on the title, on the link, on the meta, and also in the content. And you also made a variation of those key phrases in the content, because right now Google, because of the algorithms is so advanced, sometimes even if you don't want to focus on that particular keyword, it will still rank you for regardless the content, because the search engine is becoming very smart right now. It tries to understand what you're exactly saying. Okay, so that could be a different topic. But so now you have 5 keywords on 5 pages, and now you are left with 295. So what are you going to do with the 295 keywords that are relevant to you, to your product and services? Let's see right now. Think, folks. Think. Okay? Think. Okay, you picked the top 5 from the 300, but now you got 295 left. So what are you going to do with them? Think. Okay. Answer. I want to see your answer. You guys are very good in trying to answer. So go ahead. Give you a shot. Give you a best shot. Add to your blog. Ha 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 ha. Good answer. Save it for another day. Make more pages. Possibly. It depends if you want to make an extra page. Awesome. Thank you. There you go. Smart. Social media site. Yes. That's an excellent answer as well. Anything else? Anything else? So Dimi was right. I have 95 key phrases. I'm going to blog so many content, and I can use some of those key phrases based on those content. That's number 1. Secondly, I can use them as hashtag in social media. If I post a tweet or Facebook or whatnot, I can use some of those. Does that make sense? I can make YouTube videos using those key phrases. I can use podcasts. I can use Periscope title. Does that make sense? So you basically redistribute them somewhere else, not just on your site. Does that make sense? Was that a good one or what? So that's what you need to do. So when you do the keyword research and you find them, you have to put them on the internal pages. Yes. So you have to put them on the title, the meta tag, and the content itself on the images. That's called internal pages. You also have to put them in the content. And like, you remember the images when I talked about uploading the images, uploading the video files or the audio files, even though I don't recommend uploading those last two files because it's better for you to embed them in YouTube or SoundCloud. But you see, this is how you redistribute the key phrases. Does that make sense? So that's it. I want to write what I want to write and not just produce keyword soup. Absolutely. That's why, first, when it comes to content, you write the content for your audience, not for the search. Does that make sense, Joanne? But then you go back and see if there's any key phrases that you research that you can throw in to the content. Because here's the thing. If you are going to talk about cupcake, but you don't mention anything about the cupcake, how can the search engine understand you're talking about the cupcake? Does that make sense? So that's why working with like more than 2,000 clients, we've still been using this technique and it's been working so far, right? But also understand that Google is becoming so advanced that some experts say keyword doesn't matter. I believe it does because that's what we do when we do a search. That's what we do, and most of my clients still getting result, right? But what I agree with them is that you don't want to focus only on the keyword. When you do the keyword research, yes, you put on the content, and sometimes what's going to happen, Google will try to understand. If you talk about golf club, it might take that page and show it to somebody looking for a golf course. Does that make sense? Because Google tries to understand exactly what your content is about. But it's still, I believe, you still have to put some key phrases and make the content relevant. Like, make the content humanly readable. Don't make it look like robotic. Don't make it sound like this doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense? So when you do the keyword research, this gives you an idea. Oh, okay, this is what my customer is looking for. This is what they're typing. I need to make sure that when they type this, I need to show up for them. I need to show up for these phrases. What's up, Janet? Janet in the house. Okay. Shimmy. I can't even do a shimmy. My shoulder hurts. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So when you do the research, okay, when you do the research, you put it in the title, in the meta tag, in the meta description, in the content, in the files, and the rest of the 295 keywords that you got, you can use them for blogging material, social media material, to see if you can be searchable and foundable for those key terms, because those are the term and the search terms that we ourselves, all our customers look for, and we need to be visible for those kind of information. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you all understood what I said tonight, okay, give me number 1. If you're still confused, give me number 2. Yeah. I want to make sure you all understand 100% before we move to something else next. 1 minute workout. You're forcing me to make that 1 minute workout, Ian. If you all understood, then we can move to something else. Okay. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about today. Oh, okay. Joanne said number 2, she's not. There are a few things you don't understand. Well, then ask the question, Joanne. What is missing? What is confusing? Yes, please, Janet. Catch the replay. Thank you for coming in tonight. Awesome scope, by the way. Everyone follow Janet S. World right here. She's an awesome, amazing lady. She's got scope about a lot of cool stuff. She will change your mind. Do we search first and then write? Excellent question, Janet. That's a beautiful question. I typically do search first because I want to understand my audience. I want to understand my target market. Just the same example that we use with the USB drive, right? Thank you, me. So it's the same concept. I want to understand first, me personally as an online marketer, I want to understand what my clients' customers search for. So when we write the content, come with the content marketing plan or social media plan or SEO plan, we have to understand our market's behavior through what they search. Excuse me. Then based on that, we'll come with a plan. Does that make sense? But if you write content, if you write a blog post, sometimes it's not necessary for you to do the keyword research. You just have to write it for your audience, then go back and find out, okay, for this topic, if I search, what website shows up? If I go to the Google Keyword Planner, what other key phrases shows up? Which one has the good volume? Which one has the higher conversion? Then I can use those. Why? Because if I write a content, I want to make sure that my customer that are looking for me, I am foundable for them. That means they can find me. Do you see what I'm saying? So I personally do the research, okay, first, just to understand the behaviors of my customer, and based on that, I will come with an idea. Do you see what I'm saying? So I hope I answered that question for you, Joanne. Is making money from blogging too big of a keyword? No, not necessarily. I mean, if you use Market Samurai or Longtail Pro, it can actually help you to get the best. Because the keyword right now is not one word. Sometimes it's actual sentence, like, how to fix Honda Odyssey. That could be an actual title for a blog post. And that could be something that people actually search for, okay? Because we, as a marketer, we do the keyword research to find out what search term people are using. But our customer do something, we call it queries, the search queries. That means if you look for Honda, that's a keyword. But what do they actually type? Maybe they type blue coupe Honda 2015. Maybe that's the queries that they find. So we have to look at the variation of what other key phrases come with the one keyword. Does that make sense? It's all about understanding your target market. They go to Google, they go to Bing, they go to Yahoo, and they search for your product and services. And if they're looking for something like for this, and you're not being found for this, then you are going to lose them. Does that make sense? So there you go. So this was the class for today. Okay. So tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to go to Google Keyword Planner and do a search. Is that okay? Or y'all want me to do right now? Let's see. Make a model. Make and model. Yes, make and model. See? For instance, I can give you another example. Thank you. What about affiliate keyword? Too generic? Everyone using it? Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think it's too generic. You have to be very careful when some of the keyword becomes oversaturated, Sharon. Then we have to look for something less, with less volume. Okay? Now let me give you a quick example. Since I'll give you all these, tips on session today. Now let me make sure that you all understood, okay? So it's a quiz time right now, baby. Quiz time. So you got to answer these questions, okay? Here we go. Let me pick this keyword right now, and I'm going to ask you whether it's general or non-general, okay? Here we go. John is like, oh. Let's see. Car dealer. Is that general? Is that general or long tail keyword? Car dealer. Let's say I have a client who's a car dealer. Is that too general or is it long tail keyword? Let me see the answer. Think people. Think. You all said number one. You said number one. We understood. Everything. Excellent, Joanne. Excellent, Janet. Excellent, Sharon. Yes, it's too general, right? Which means what? Which means there could be like huge volume of search matter, right? Excellent answer. Good job, folks. So what happens, because the volume search is huge, that basically means if I want to rank for it, it might take me forever. It might take me like maybe a year to rank for that. So I need to look for something more specific, right? Thank you, me. So that's general. Excellent. Now here's the number two. Honda car dealer. Is that general or long tail? Yeah, he got it, yes. Honda car dealer is a long tail keyword. Yes, AMC something specific. Excuse me. But here's a trick question. Car dealer was too general. Honda car dealer is a little bit specific. It's a long tail, yes. But let me ask you this question. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, right? So my client is a Honda car dealer. But guess what? There are other 20 Honda car dealers. So how can I rank for this? What should I use? Should I use Honda car dealer only since I'm in San Antonio? Or should I use San Antonio Honda car dealer? Which one? Number one or number two? Number one, Honda car dealer. Number two, San Antonio Honda car dealer. So which one? Number two or number one? Number two. Yes, number two. Okay, good. Good answer. 2011 Honda car dealer. Oh, that's even better. Me, that's even better. 2011 Honda car dealer in SA, that's very specific. That's like really, really long tail. Very specific. So that's very good. So San Antonio Honda car dealer could be on the homepage of my client. But let's say under different model, different makeup model, maybe you can use something like how me said, like, 2011 blue Honda in San Antonio. Very specific. So what happened, the search volume for that long 3 to 4 word keywords could be very low. Maybe like only 100 people, not 100 people, only 100 searches, or maybe 200 searches a month for 2011 Honda blue car, whatever in San Antonio, right? But the conversion, that means when people find it, is higher. Versus car dealer, the conversion could be like, I mean, the volume could be huge, but there's no way for you to be found because you're way on the bottom. Does that make sense? Does it make clear sense why sometimes you have to focus on the basic? The home page, of course, can have San Antonio Honda car dealer because you're in San Antonio. But for the other pages, you want to be a little bit more specific. Yes, same thing with the affiliate, you got to be specific. Maybe big payout affiliates, kind of. Yeah, you see, Sharon, that's a good question. But again, you have to go back to the tools, like the keyword tools, and find out from there. Now, I recommend 2 paid tools. One is called Market Samurai or Longtail Pro. But I'm going to talk about those later and show you exactly how you can pick the most keyword that can convert and use them for your content. Does that make sense? But for right now, I want to keep things basic. You know why? Because I want every single one of you to master the basic first. Does that make sense? Once you understand the basic, then it's no brainer. Then you can step to the intermediate and advanced and so forth. You see what I'm saying? I mean, keyword research by itself is a huge subject. So I haven't even talked about how to do the actual search, even though I want to do that, but I don't have enough time. So I'm going to continue that tomorrow using maybe Google Keyword Planner. Then after that, if I have time, then I'll show you how to use the Market Samurai, which costs like $100, or Longtail Keyword Pro. I got that from Akila. She was doing a scope, and it was another similar tool like Market Samurai. And I explained to you why you should invest in those, especially if you're a blogger, an affiliate marketer. You should definitely invest in those because it will actually save you time. What I mean by that, if you use Google Keyword Planner traditionally, that means you're going to spend more time researching, analyzing, and whatnot. But the paid version of third party can actually save you time. This goes against the grain for me. I don't know, Joanne, what do you mean? Is Market Samurai a one-time payment? Yes, Market Samurai is a one-time payment. Market Samurai is a one-time payment. Joanne, I'm sorry I didn't understand your comment. Can you please repeat it? Repeat it. My blogs are excerpt from my book. Well, still, I mean, we have to find out what people look for, like your target market. What, like, you can actually, like, if you are the reader of your book, what would you type to find you? Right? If I write all the marketing, what would I type to find somebody talk about all the marketing in San Antonio? For instance, sometimes I get hired by other companies to give like a talk and seminars and speaking stuff, like when they come from a different state and they look for a digital marketer. What they do, they type digital marketing consultant in San Antonio, and luckily I show up. Does that make sense? And that's how they hire me. I never thought about that, but that's what they look for sometime. And my meetup shows up and whatnot. Book written with no consideration for keyword. That's a good point, but remember, Joanne, it's not about just keyword. It's about you can go there and do the search. Because if your topic is about real estate, people type stuff. People type even weird stuff. That's why you have those tools. The tools will tell you what else is beside. Let's say if I type car dealer, Google will give me like 800 variation off of one word of what the consumer are typing. So don't say you don't. I guarantee you somebody actually typing to look what you're looking for. Okay? And the proof in the pudding is you haven't even done the research yet. So if you show me that book or a copy of the book or some content, I can tell exactly what's going to come up. Does that make sense? There's no such thing as people don't search for my product. Everyone does it. Yeah, if you're about one topic, it's still available. You can go to Google right now, Joanne. You can go to Google right now and type that specific topic or a theme in that topic and see what shows up. You will see a bunch of articles and probably news site. Does that make sense? So don't think like that. Don't think because you wrote something very specific that don't exist. Do you know how many searches people do in Google? Like in trillions every day. Every day there's like trillions of searches done for so many things. And these tools like a Google Keyword Planner, if you have found value in the scope, please heart him up. Don't give him a heart attack. Okay, thank you. What I was about to say is that these tools like a Google Keyword Planner, even though it's not 100% accurate, they give you rough estimate. Does that make sense? I would say maybe 70% is right. So the Google Keyword Planner is not 100% accurate. It's just a rough estimate that they collected over the year. Okay. All the other third-party tools, they are also okay. Again, they're not 100% accurate, but it just to give an idea, you know, because remember, you go to Google yourself, Jiman, right? You go to Google yourself, and when you search for something, that's what it is. Yes, and don't worry, remember, I'm going to go to that SEO one more time. If you send me, yeah, 70% still good, right, Sharon? If you give me one of your websites, Joanne, give me access, I'll look into it, and then maybe you can do a scope on specifically how to optimize that particular page, okay? Okay. All right. Tap dancing in my face? Okay. Like, tasty. Okay, but I want to make sure again, that today, if you all understand what is a keyword, what is a keyword research, types of keyword research, why keyword research is important, and how you can use it to help you with your website, with your social media, with your content marketing. If you all understand this today, then tomorrow I'm going to show you how to do the actual keyword research. What he do? What he? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that question? And Yois, does it consider long tail? Yes, of course. I mean, in Yois, it will. I mean, it doesn't care whatever keyword you want to focus on, and that's it. I guess I better stop moving because y'all getting disconnected. Okay. And by the way, there are a couple of resources. Stop moving. I'm not frozen. I got frozen. What time tomorrow? Around same time, maybe 9 p.m. Central Time, or maybe 10. I'm not sure, because all day long I'm just working stuff, and after that I check it out what's going on. So I want you all to bookmark. Let's see. Oh no, what the? Okay. I want you all to bookmark these. I'm hearing you in the stereo, but everyone was freezing, but not good now. Thank you. I want to ask you all to bookmark these websites. Y'all see this? Okay. Bookmark these websites. So if you want to learn more about SEO, searchenginejournal.com, searchenginelandmoz.com. They do Moz Friday, which is like a video every Friday. SEObook.com and Search Engine Watch. So you can save it. You don't have to really, go there, and if you want to, you're more than welcome. But some of the stuff are basic, and most of the stuff are kind of advanced. But just keep this website saved in your browser. Okay. All right. There you go. Screenshot. I'm sorry. You wanna one more time? 1 second. One more time. There you go. Make sure you save them. These are great resources for white, ethical SEO practices. Tons of awesome content there. Okay. So make sure you bookmark them. And if you read any article that doesn't make any sense to you, just let me know so I can explain it to you. Okay. So make sure you go ahead and save these websites. Okay. All right. Let me go and flip the screen. All right. There you go. All right. Cool. So, as you know, I'm here to serve you. So, if you still don't understand what is the keyword research, the benefit of the keyword research, types of keyword research, how to when you do the research, what you need to pick for, and why it's important. If you don't have any more question, excuse me, press number 1. If you do have question, press number 2, because I want to do my best to make it clear for you. So please don't feel bad if you don't understand it yet. Let me know so I can repeat myself. What's going on, Shane? Good to see you. You love keyword research. That's awesome. That is awesome. 1 minute workout. 1 minute workout. So Thank you, Dimi. Thank you. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do, tomorrow I'm going to show you guys how to do an effective keyword research using the free tool, Google Keyword Planner. But I'll also recommend a couple other premium tools. And if you're interested, I can show you how to use one of them. Will it help if you do AdSense keyword, or will it not help? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't even look at AdSense for years. Because, okay, Henry, because to me, AdSense, and forgive me, I honestly don't have an extensive experience in AdSense. I'm going to be honest with you on that. But to me, AdSense is like making less money the lazy way. That's what I call it. You can do it. Okay? So I wouldn't focus on that, because if you, Sharon, if you have like a blog, a specific blog, if you can tell me what it is, maybe I can give you some tips on how to, increase your visibility and ranking, and maybe get some conversion for what you're trying to sell. Okay, Joanne, you did ask the other day. You did ask me about putting advertising on the sidebar of your website. What I was trying to tell you, that the most effective. Let's see. Okay, thanks. I heard about it, but never used it. Yes, it's kind of okay. I mean, you can look into it, but I haven't really honestly had the experience. So, yes, Joanne. So what I was trying to explain to you, and I quoted over Twitter, is that the best way, if you have like a Bluehost affiliate or HostGator or WP Engine, and you want to put a ad on the side, actually it's more effective if you write about it. Does that make sense? If you blog about it, about why this service is great, what kind of feature it has, that is more effective for you to get more conversion, like commissions, than just having it on the side. Does that make sense? But if you want to put it on the side, that's fine, but don't put too many, because I read some article, I'm going to, hopefully if I find it, I'll share it with you. It was actually from Google that that they were saying that if your website has too many ads, like banners here on the side, it's actually not good. They're not going to actually like it. That's why I said be careful in putting those banners. I mean, you looked at Michael Hyatt's website, which is an amazing website. I mean, his website is a content base and has awesome sidebar with different stuff, and some of them are like, few of them has a affiliate, but most of them is his own product. When it has nothing to do with your blog topic, writing will help clicks. Yes, I want to be a blog that wrote about how easy or how cheap, etc. to use host. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, if you use the content, remember, because your content will get buried after it's written. Okay, that's an excellent point. Joanne basically said that the specific post will get buried after it was written. How would you know that? Right? That's why you have Google Analytics. Google Analytics will tell you. And if it's buried on your site, guess what? If you share it in social media, people are still going to read it. Does that make sense? People are still going to read it. What I'm trying to say, the conversion in the written content is much higher than having your banner on the site. Because when I see the banner on the site, most of the time people don't even look at it. Because here's the thing. When somebody comes to your website to read content, guess what? You need to make sure that they're not distracted by the ad on the side. Does that make sense? You need to make sure that they are focused on the content. That's why in my own site, I remove the sidebar. Right? I removed it because I don't want them to be distracted from the site. I want them just to focus on my blog post. I want them to read it. So when they look left and right, guess what? There's nothing. There's no other option except my blog and the box and the content within the blog. Does that make sense? It's just a strategy. So I'm not saying sidebar is wrong. No, you can have the sidebar. You can have the banner ad and everything. But I'm just saying, test it. If you share it on Twitter post, they only see it for a second. Joanne, you think the other way. You think like it's not gonna die. I mean, you can share it again. When people like that content, they're gonna share it to somebody else. Somebody else, if they like it, they're gonna share it. Somebody else is gonna like it, they're gonna share it. Does that make sense? So it never dies. I mean, you can always reshare it again. You can also bring it back. Here's one. Number two, when people do a search, come back to SEO, they did a search, and guess what? They find your blog post. And they read your article. And now you get more visit because traffic never stops. Does that make sense? The traffic never stops on your content. Because people are still searching for it. That's why SEO matters. That's why keyword research matters. I have my scrolling Twitter on my sidebar. That's fine, but it's still, I mean, you gotta test it. You gotta keep it very simple. Okay, you gotta keep it very simple. If you were the user, if you were the customer, if you were the one that reading this interesting article, and you have all this distraction, are you not going to ignore them? Right? Blogger who give away content for free and no personal product service will need to be smart with ads. Indeed. Okay? So what I'm trying to say the content has to be awesome. Sorry, the content has to be awesome. That when somebody reads it, they're focused on reading it. And they're not focused to look on the left or on the right. Just focus on reading it. And with the light and so forth. That's number one. Number two, it never gets buried because people that are interested in the topic, they're going to search for it. That's why SEO matters. That's why keyword matters. So when they type and they find your blog post, you get a new hit and you get a new customer. In fact, the traffic never stops on those content. It's either stable, low, or just consistent. Does that make sense? That's what I'm saying. And when somebody reads the content, it's more valuable than just seeing the ad on the side. Does that make sense? Right? But my SEO sucks. But don't worry. I will unsuckify your SEO. So don't worry about that. Just give me access. Let me look into it. Or maybe you can do a scope about it, how to make it awesome. Because SEO is not just about, fixing the content on the back end. No, there are like 100 strategies on how to push traffic to the site. Yeah, I mean, you can get traffic through infographic, PowerPoint, social media, paid ads, Facebook ad, PR content. There's so many ways to get traffic. And the bulk of the offsite SEO is much more higher. One side, you do the keyword research, you optimize the site, you're done. Once, and that's it. Then you look into the analyzation and the tracking and monitoring the site and the daily, weekly blog posts, social media update, tracking those information, see what comes in, what goes out, what brings traffic, how can I increase the traffic. That's where 80% of the SEO or 70% of SEO takes place, which is link building, content writing, analyzing the behavior of the customers or the visitors. So that takes a lot of work because traffic what matters. Does that make sense? So there you go. All right, folks, I got a few more minutes. Yeah, I know many bloggers do giveaway. I know some of the mommy bloggers that they make like $1,500 to like $2,000, some even $3,000 a month from blogging. You can get a sponsorship. You can do an affiliate. You can do so much stuff. Close this so you want to catch the replay. Okay. All right. So focus on the 80-20 rule. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Shane. Ask your friends to share it. Post on Facebook page. Then share to your personal wall. Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways. There's so many ways. So that's my suggestion, Joanne. I didn't say do not put on the site. If you do it, don't put too many. Don't put like 10 ads on the site. Those are old school. Maybe like 1 or 2 should be enough. But if you're out of content will always be coming from just educational point of view. So when people read it, it builds the trust, and they like it, and they buy it. So what I'm trying to say, you will get more conversion, like more people are going to buy that affiliate product from reading the content than having it on the site. And at the end of the day, to be honest with you, you need that Google Analytics to see which one works best. And just go from there. Do not think scavenger hunt will work. I will tell you this thing, Joanne. Think oppositely. What I mean by that, if you think this is not going to work, change your mindset. Say, no, this will work. I need to figure out how. See, the problem is you're thinking like, going there. No, don't think like that. Move forward. Pin photos from your pages, ask to add it to the Pinterest board. Yep, that's also helped. A lot of traffic come through Pinterest. You know that? So many traffic come through Pinterest as well. What's up, Umar? Good to see you, man. Yes, think outside the box. And by the way, when you think outside the box, you're still in the box of the outside the box. Okay? So all I'm saying, change your mind shift. I know it's not easy, but think the opposite. Instead of saying that this might not work, say, no, this will work, but let me figure out how. Okay? Because I tell you what, from experience, from working for years, it will work. Okay, now, do we get 1 minute workout? Indeed. Ian, I don't have my sneakers, nothing, and I don't want to work out with my barefoot. I'm going to break my back. I'm out of shape. Because Ian wants me to do this 1 minute workout. Insane 1 minute workout. Okay, folks. So, thank you so much. Remember, I will have 6 to manage. Joanne, you got to delegate. You got to have somebody manage it for you. I'm telling you, from experience, I used to be in your shoe before. It's not fun. You got to have somebody else take care of it. I'm added to, but at least you're learning, which is amazing. The 2,100 followers it can be big, but you have to bring value. Absolutely, Sharon. Would you want to give up or go up? Joanne, I'm sure she will go up. 6 star, yeah, she's a warrior. Shane, she's what I love about Joanne, Shane. What I love about Joanne that whatever we talk about in the scope in terms of like tips and advice and sessions, and what I love about her, she takes quick action. And I have so much respect for that. I love people when they learn something and they quickly take action. And she's one of those folks that likes to do that. That's why I believe that she will do really, really good. Picking cherries, Henry. At one time, I used to manage 30 sites by myself. So that's really nothing. Okay, well, rubber it. Every time you notice the negative words, snap your wrist. Yeah. Maybe you can put a dog collar. Think negatively, right? Remind you. That's kind of a little bit harsh. Okay, recondition yourself. You can do it. Get to the chopper now. All right, folks. So we're gonna leave. I'm gonna give you guys 10 more minutes for Q&A. Rub on the wrist. My brother. I'm sorry, Carol. Please go ahead and check the replay. Go to catch me because you can forward and rewind. That way you don't have to struggle waiting, all night long. So go to catch me. The catch.me / yusufchowdhury. Okay. And I think Ray was doing a blab tonight with a person who involves with investment and angel investors. So it's an interesting topic that he was talking about. So if you can catch him up, check it out at Blob or check his, what do you call it? Poor Yusuf is so lagged. Me lagged? Really? I can do that 1 minute workout like in 1 second, but you can't see it's too fast. All right, Diddy, join in. Thank you. We're almost done. Yes, you have to learn, apply, and teach. Absolutely, Shane. I love that. I love that concept. That's true. You gotta, whatever you learn, you gotta apply it, and whatever you apply, you gotta teach it. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be greedy. Like some of these folks, like I remember back in the days when I used to work for corporate America, right? That's how everyone is. They're like, keep it for themselves because they want to reach the higher level without you. Don't be like that, So, all right. Okay. All right, folks. So anything else? Any more questions? If you have a question, let's see. I'm techno challenge, not a genius geek like Yusuf. All right, thank you. I'm just a regular guy. Okay, thank you, Joanne. Don't be greedy. Greedy will fly away. Thanks, Janice. All right, folks, if you don't have any more question, I'm going to go ahead and close this. But if you do, let me know. I'm going to wait for another 5 more minutes. Can you do the 1 minute workout now for 2 minutes? Everyone needs to, Ian, you need to send that video. Keyword for hosting. Again, you have to do some research and find out. Because the most popular keyword right now, like, web hosting, cloud hosting, so very highly competitive. Cheryl, thank you for joining. We're actually done almost, so please catch the replay. Catch the replay. Okay. We're talking about keyword research, what they are and why it's so important, how to do them, and the types of different keywords and whatnot. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk about how to do the actual keyword research. How often do you suggest we evaluate the keyword we select? Well, the keyword research is only done once. This is like before we build the website, before we put the content, it's only done on the content. Yeah, I hate this corporate. Yeah, boring. So, but right now, thank God, I have my own digital marketing firm where we do web development, mobile app developments, SEO, social, training, and so forth. So we have a team and everything is good. Print, graphic, everything. Okay? It's good to be your own boss. So you can work anytime you want and, do anything you want. Okay? All right. Any more questions? No more questions. Y'all good? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why, because I double-checked the connection here and it's fine. I think everyone has been experiencing this all day long with Periscope, so I'm not sure if it's a Periscope thing. Because I noticed this morning, this afternoon, it's the same thing. Every scope I jump into, even though my connection is high, they get frozen and they get disconnected. So I'm not sure if it's a Periscope thing or not. Okay. Okay. So, all right, folks. I'm here for a few more minutes. If you do a review, will it help? Well, if you do a review, will it help for us? Like review on different product? Yes, because that's one of the topics that people look for. That can help. Yes, you can do a review. There's so many review sites about hosting, and that can definitely help, especially when it's coming from your perspective. If you look at WP Beginner, he has tons of reviews for like different hostings and different product, and people love that kind of stuff. So that's a good idea, Sharon. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time to learn this. And tomorrow we'll be back to continue. So if you still have any more questions, feel free to. Yeah, check out that video that yeah, I tried, but I'm really out of shape. I don't know if I'm gonna break my. Yeah, a lot of comments been slowing the scope. It happened yesterday too, so I think we need to contact scope and find out what's going on. I guess we're becoming so popular right now that everyone is jumping to scope right now. I mean, scope got the most users versus all the other what out there. I have a comments blog question. Go ahead, please. Let me see if I can answer that for you, Joanne. If not, then I'll look into it. La la la, Joanne has a question. Yes, Carol, all the stuff in care. Okay, you will DM me? Okay, no problem. Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate it. I hope this is was very beneficial for you. And if you have any question, anyone, feel free to tweet. I'd love to help. Okay? Okay. Look at Yen. She just left for 1 minute and came back. Maybe she did the 1 minute workout. Did you do the 1 minute workout? What's up, Roxy? Sorry, I'm almost done. If you don't mind, please catch the replay. Coach Roxy, good to have you here. Catch.me/yusufchowdhury. You can catch the replay there, and plus you can forward and rewind. That way you don't have to wait, Catch me. Let me show you the link. Let's see. So there you go. That's the link right there. So make sure you check it out. The cool thing about Catch Me, I mean, you can pause, forward, and you can move forward if you don't want to wait for the whole thing, right? So go and check it out. Catch me, catch.me/yusufchowdhury. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see right here. You're a gift from God. Thank you, me, Roberts. We need to work on your side, right? Roxy, I love your profile. Indeed. 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 There you go. Okay. 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 All right. Anything else, folks? We're good? We're good? We're good? We're good? Don't forget, tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about, because that's the most challenging task that even myself struggle sometimes. All right? This is 1 minute workout. It's a must. He's going to. Ian, you're forcing me publicly to make the 1 minute workout. Oh my God. I'm going to have to rehearse before I do it on scope. Workout scope. That's hilarious. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much for coming tonight and waiting and learning. As I mentioned before, don't forget, if you watch the replay, go to Catch Me. Catch.me/yusufchowdhury. Make sure you watch it, share it, embed it on your website if you want to. And if you have any question, you can connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, and anywhere else. And feel free to ask me anytime. Thank you again. You're all awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.